English learners. Welcome back to English Practice with Julia. Today we are talking about something that almost every English learner feels, even when they know a lot of vocabulary and grammar. Why you cannot understand native English speakers. And if you've ever thought, I understand English in books but not in real life, you are not alone. The good news is that this problem is normal and it has clear reasons. And when you understand the reasons, you can train your ears step by step. In this lesson, we will focus on real daily life English, the kind people use when they speak fast, casually, and naturally. And I will guide you with slow practice, repeat after me moments, and listening training exercises you can do at home. Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and let's begin. Many learners believe they don't understand because their English is not good enough. But very often, the real reason is different. It's not only about vocabulary, it's about sound. Native speakers don't speak like a dictionary. They connect words, they reduce sounds, they drop sounds, they change sounds, and they use rhythm. So the English you learned in school can feel very different from the English you hear on the street, at work, or in a video. You may know the words, but you don't recognize the sounds. It's like seeing a friend in a crowd. If they change their hairstyle and wear sunglasses, your brain needs a moment. Your English brain needs that moment too. Let's make this very clear. Understanding native speakers is not one single skill. It is many small skills working together. Your brain must hear the sounds, separate the words, understand the grammar quickly, connect meaning to context, and keep listening at the same time. And when native speakers talk, they do not give you perfect pauses, they don't wait, they change topic. They use short form, they use cultural references, and they assume the listener already knows the situation. That is why it feels fast, not only because of speed, but because of density. They pack meaning into small, casual phrases. Now, I want you to remember something important. When you listen, you are not failing, you are training. And training means you need repetition, not one time, not 5 times, but many times. And you need the right kind of repetition, not just listen more, but listen smarter. We will do that together. I will show you what native speech does, and then we will practice it slowly until your ears start to notice it automatically. One big reason you cannot understand native speakers is that English has connected speech. That means words stick together when people talk. For example, what are you doing becomes what you doing? Did you eat yet becomes did ya eat yet? Uratides and I don't know becomes I don't know. If you learned each word clearly, your brain listens for those clear sounds. But native speakers are not producing those clear sounds. They are producing a smooth stream. So your brain hears one long sound and gets confused, and then you panic. And when you panic, your listening becomes even worse because your attention goes into fear, not into sound. Let's do a small practice now. I will write the slow version first, then the natural version, and you will repeat slowly, out loud, like a shadowing exercise. Ready? What are you doing? Now, repeat. What are you doing? Now the natural version. What you doing? Repeat. What you doing? Again. What are you doing? What you doing? Notice how what are you becomes one sound. What che? This is not wrong English. This is normal spoken English. And when your ears get used to it, you will start recognizing it without thinking. Another reason is reduction. Native speakers reduce certain words because they are not important in the sentence. The meaning is carried by the key words, not every single syllable. For example, I'm going to becomes I'm gonna. I want to becomes I wanna. I have to becomes I have to. And kind of becomes kinda. Sort of becomes sorta. If you always listen for going to, you may miss gonna. And then the whole sentence feels like a mystery. But it's not. It's just reduced speech. Let's practice. Say slowly. I am going to call you later. Now say it again. I am going to call you later. Now listen to the natural way. I'm gonna call you later. Repeat. I'm gonna call you later. Again. I'm gonna call you later. Now let's make it daily life. Imagine you are busy and someone wants to talk. You say, I'm gonna call you later. One more time, calm and clear. I'm gonna call you later. Good. Another reason is that native speakers swallow sounds, especially T and D in the middle of words. For example, internet can sound like internet, center can sound like center, 20 can sound like 20, wanted can sound like wanted. And if you are waiting for a strong T, you won't hear it. Your brain is expecting a sound that is not there. So your brain says, this is not the word I know. And then you lose the sentence. Here is a practice. Say slowly. I wanted to get water. Again. I wanted to get water. Now, natural. I wanted to get water. Repeat slowly. I wanted to get water. Again. I wanted to get water. You see, even when the sounds change, the meaning stays the same. The goal is not to speak perfectly like this immediately. The first goal is to recognize it when you hear it. Another reason is stress and rhythm. English is a stress-timed language. That means the stressed words are strong and clear, and the unstressed words become weak and fast. Content words like nouns, verbs, adjectives usually carry stress. Function words like a, to, of, and, for, can often become small. So a sentence like, I can meet you at the end of the day may sound like, I can meet ya at the end of the day. And learners often try to hear every word equally, but native English does not work that way. Your brain should listen for the stressed beats, like music, and fill in the smaller words using context. Let's practice with rhythm. Repeat after me. I can meet you at the end of the day. Again, I can meet you at the end of the day. Now, natural, I can meet ya at the end of the day. Repeat, I can meet ya at the end of the day. Very good. Now, there is another problem that is not about sound. It's about vocabulary habits. Many learners learn textbook vocabulary and polite, complete sentences. But native speakers use short, common phrases. They use fillers. They use softeners. They use casual reaction words like kinda, pretty much. I mean, like, sort of, actually, basically, to be honest. And these words can confuse you. because they are not the main meaning, but they appear everywhere. If you don't understand them, you feel lost, even when the main message is simple. Here is a daily life example. Imagine someone says, "Yeah, it's kind of far, but it's not a big deal." If you translate every small phrase, you may freeze. But the core meaning is, it is far, but it's okay. So we need two skills. One, recognizing the filler phrases. Two, focusing on the core message instead of chasing every word. Let's practice this core message skill. I will give you a natural sentence, then we simplify it, and you repeat both. Sentence one, to be honest, I'm pretty tired, so I might just stay in tonight. Repeat. To be honest, I'm pretty tired, so I might just stay in tonight. Now, simplified meaning. I'm tired. I will stay home tonight. Repeat. I'm tired. I will stay home tonight. Good. Now, sentence two. We could grab coffee, but I'm kinda in a rush. Repeat. I mean, we could grab coffee, but I'm kinda in a rush. I changed. Simplified. Coffee is possible, but I'm busy. Repeat. Coffee is possible, but I'm busy. Excellent. Another big reason you cannot understand is speed plus memory. Listening is real time. You cannot pause real life. And if you miss one part, your brain goes back to it. You start thinking, what did they say? But while you are thinking, the speaker continues, then you miss more. And then you miss more. And very quickly, you are not listening anymore. You are drowning in unfinished questions. This is extremely common, so we need a new habit. When you miss something, do not stop listening. Stay with the speaker. Catch the next idea. Your goal is not 100%. Your goal is enough to continue. This is how native speakers listen to. Even native speakers don't hear every word in a noisy place. They catch the message and they ask a quick question if needed. Let's practice keep going listening. I will write a short conversation and you will focus on the meaning, not every word. Imagine you are at a cafe. The barista says, "Hey, how's it going? What can I get for you?" Maybe you didn't catch "how's it going" clearly. It might sound like "how's it going?" But you know the situation. You know what comes next. You answer, "Hi, can I get a small latte, please?" Then the barista says, "Sure thing. Hot or iced?" You answer, "Hot, please." Notice, even if you miss one small phrase, you can still respond correctly because the context is strong. Now repeat this cafe practice slowly. "Hey, how's it going? What can I get for you?" You respond, "Hi, can I get a small latte, please?" Barista, "Sure thing. Hot or iced?" You respond, "Hot, please." Again, but a little more natural. "Hey, how's it going? What you gettin'?" You respond, "Hi, can I get a small latte, please?" Barista, "Hot or iced?" You respond, "Hot, please." Good. Another reason is accent variety. Even in one country, there are many accents, and around the world, there are even more. If you learned English with one teacher, your ears are trained for that one voice. But in real life, you hear many different voices, different speed, different pronunciation, different intonation. So when you meet a new accent, it can feel like a new language, but it's still English. Your ears just need exposure and pattern learning. In daily life, you might understand one friend very easily, but not another. And you might understand movies sometimes, but not street interviews. That is because the sound quality, the background noise, and the style of speech changes. Movies can be clearer. Street interviews are messy. Real life is messy. And you must train for messy listening, little by little, with patience. Now, I want to talk about something very important: listening confidence. Many learners feel shame when they cannot understand. They think it means they are not smart, but it does not mean that. It means your ear training is not complete yet. Listening is a physical skill. Your brain is building pathways, like a muscle, learning a movement. So if you want to improve, you need repeated exposure to the same type of natural speech plus shadowing practice, not once, not randomly, but regularly. Let's do a strong daily practice routine right now in a simple paragraph exercise. Imagine you do this every day for 10 minutes. You will see a change. Here is the routine. First, you listen to a short natural sentence 3 times. Second, you repeat it slowly. Third, you repeat it naturally. Fourth, you use the same sentence in a new situation. Let's try with one sentence. I'm gonna head out in a minute. Repeat slowly. I'm going to head out in a minute. Now, natural. I'm gonna head out in a minute. Again, I'm gonna head out in a minute. Now, change the situation. You are at work and your friend wants to talk. You say, "Sorry, I'm gonna head out in a minute." Repeat, "Sorry, I'm gonna head out in a minute." Good. Now let's do another daily life sentence. Do you want to grab something to eat? Slow. Do you want to grab something to eat? Natural. Do you want to grab something to eat? Repeat. Do you want to grab something to eat? Again. Do you want to grab something to eat? Now, your own version. Do you want to grab something to eat after class? Repeat. Do you want to grab something to eat after class? And then, now, let's talk about one hidden problem. Your brain translates. When you listen, you may translate English into your first language. Translation takes time, and native speech moves fast, so you fall behind. The solution is not stop translating instantly. The solution is to build common English chunks that you understand directly, like small ready-made meaning blocks. I don't know. Let me see. Hang on. It depends. That makes sense? I'm not sure. No worries. I'll get back to you. When you learn these chunks with sound and meaning together, you don't translate. You just understand. Let's practice chunk understanding. I will give you a chunk. You repeat it, and you imagine the meaning. Like a picture. Chunk 1. Hang on a second. Repeat. Hang on a second. Imagine. You are asking someone to wait. Chunk 2. No worries. Repeat. Ice. No worries. Imagine. Everything is okay. Chunk 3. I'll get back to you. Repeat. I'll get back to you. Imagine. You will reply later. Now, we say them naturally. Hang on a sec. No worries. I'll get back to you. Now, We will use them in a mini conversation. Imagine your friend asks, "Did you finish the work?" You say, "Hang on a second, I'm checking." Then you say, "I'm not sure yet. I'll get back to you." Your friend says, "Okay." You say, "No worries." Now repeat the full conversation slowly. "Did you finish the work?" "Hang on a second. I'm checking." "I'm not sure yet. I'll get back to you." "Okay." "No worries." Another reason native speakers are hard to understand is that they speak with emotion and intonation. They don't only use words, they use tone to show meaning. For example, "Oh, really" can mean excitement, surprise, doubt, or sarcasm, and learners sometimes focus only on the words and miss the tone. Then they misunderstand the conversation. So listening is also emotional and social. You are listening to the message and also the feeling. Let's practice tone awareness in a simple way. Read this sentence and imagine the emotion. "Oh, really?" Now imagine surprise. "Oh, really?" Now imagine doubt. "Oh, really?" Now imagine happy interest. "Oh, really?" You can even record yourself and listen back. This improves your ability to hear emotion in other people too. Now, I want to give you a powerful listening reset technique. If you're listening and you get lost, do this. First, relax your face and jaw. Second, stop fighting the sounds. Third, listen for just three things: the topic, the action, and the time. Topic means what we are talking about. Action means what is happening or what someone wants. Time means when, today, tomorrow, now, later. If you can catch these three, you can survive almost any conversation. And then you can ask simple question like, "Sorry, do you mean today or tomorrow?" Or, "So you want me to call you later?" Let's practice with a natural sentence. "Yeah, I'll probably swing by later if I'm done early." This might feel difficult, but focus on the three things: topic, visiting, action, coming to your place, time, later. Now repeat slowly. "Yeah, I will probably come later if I finish early." Now natural again. "Yeah, I'll probably swing by later if I'm done early." Repeat. "I'll probably swing by later." Good. Now, a daily life practice paragraph for you. Read it slowly and repeat each sentence after a short pause. This week, I want to train my listening every day. I will listen to one short conversation. I will repeat it slowly. I will repeat it naturally. I will not worry if I miss words. I will focus on the main meaning. I will stay calm. I will keep going. Little by little, my ears will improve. Say it again, a bit more natural. This week, I want to train my listening every day. I'll listen to one short conversation. I'll repeat it slow. Then I'll repeat it natural. I won't worry if I miss words. I'll focus on the main meaning. I'll stay calm. I'll keep going. And my ears will improve. Let's end this first section with a realistic daily life listening scene. Imagine you are in a supermarket. You ask an employee, "Mm, excuse me, where can I find rice?" And the employee answers, quickly, "Aisle 5 near the pasta and canned goods." You might not catch every word, but you catch aisle 5. That is enough. You can say, "Okay, thank you." Now repeat, "Aisle 5 near the pasta and canned goods. Again, aisle 5, near the pasta and canned goods. Now a more casual version you might hear. It's on aisle 5, kinda near the pasta. Repeat. It's on aisle 5, kinda near the pasta. In the next section of our full lesson, we will go deeper. We will train your ears to hear common reductions, linking sounds, and fast everyday questions. We will do more repeat after me practice. And we will build your confidence so you can understand more and more of real native speech. For now, take a breath. And remember, you are not bad at English. You are simply training a new listening system. And step by step, it will become natural. When native speakers talk, they don't speak in separate word boxes. They speak in sound waves. And your job as a listener is to learn how to cut that sound wave into meaningful pieces. In part 1, we talked about connected speech, reductions, swallowed sounds, rhythm, and the habit of staying calm when you miss something. Now we go deeper into the real reasons your ears struggle, and we start building a very practical listening system you can use in daily life, at home, at work, in the street, on the phone, and in fast conversations. One of the biggest hidden reasons is that many learners listen with their eyes, not their ears. You may not realize it, but if you learned English from reading and grammar exercises, your brain stores English as written shapes. You can recognize the words on a page, but spoken English is not written English. Spoken English is a series of sound patterns. So your brain may know the word comfortable when you see it, but when someone says comfortable, you don't recognize it. Your brain says, that's not the word I know. And then you stop. This is why we must train sound patterns, not spelling patterns. Let's do a quick sound awareness practice. I will give you a common word. Then I will show you how it often sounds. You will repeat both slowly. First word, comfortable. Repeat, comfortable. Now the common spoken sound, comfortable. Repeat, comfortable. Next word, vegetable. Repeat, vegetable. Cut spoken, vegetable. Repeat, vegetable. Next, probably. Repeat, probably. Spoken, probably. Repeat, probably. Your goal is not to copy perfectly. Your goal is to teach your ear that these are the same words. Now think about daily life. Someone asks, are you comfortable? If you are expecting comfortable, you may miss it. But if you train your ear, you will catch it and you will respond naturally, Yee, I'm good. Or, could you open the window? Another reason is that English has many weak vowel sounds, especially the schwa sound, the lazy oo sound. Native speakers use it constantly. It makes speech faster and smoother, but learners often learn strong vowels in each syllable. So when vowels become weak, you don't recognize the word. For example, about becomes about, support becomes support, family often becomes family, camera often becomes camru, and if your ear is trained only for clear vowels, you lose the word. That's food. Let's practice weak vowels with simple repetition. About. About. Repeat. About. About. Support. Support. Repeat. Support. in support, in camera, kun cam, ru, and for repeat, and hun, camera, hun quiz, cam, ru, family, and family, repeat, family, family, good. Now, a daily life scene. Imagine you're meeting a friend. They say, "What's sorry, I'm running late. I'm about 10 minutes away." The word about may sound like bout. Asatan, I'm about 10 minutes away. Repeat slowly. I'm about 10 minutes away. Now natural. I'm about 10 minutes away. Again. I'm about 10 minutes away. Now let's talk about blended boundaries. This is when the last sound of one word blends into the first sound of the next word, and your brain cannot find the border. Very common example. Meet you becomes meet you. Don't you becomes doncha. Did you becomes dija the sensen. Got you becomes gotcha. Want you becomes wantcha. And these are extremely common in daily life. If you can recognize these, you will understand far more conversations. Shadowing practice, say slowly. Did you eat? Now natural. Did you eat? Repeat. Did you eat? Say slowly. Don't you know? Now natural. Don't you know? Mm-hmm. Repeat. Don't you know? Say slowly. I got you. Now natural. I gotcha. Repeat. I gotcha. Say slowly. I'll meet you there. Now natural. I'll meet you there. Repeat. I'll meet you there. Now we use these in full daily life sentences. Imagine a friend calls you. Hey, did you eat yet? You respond. Not yet. I'm gonna eat in a bit. Repeat slowly. Hey, did you eat yet? Now, natural. Hey, did you eat yet? Your response, not yet. I'm gonna eat in a bit. Repeat. Not yet. I'm gonna eat in a bit. Good. Another example. Your coworker explains something and you understand. You say, "Oh, I gotcha." Repeat. "Oh, I gotcha." Again, "I gotcha." A very common listening problem is that learners only practice one sentence listening. They listen to one sentence and understand it, but real life is not one sentence. Real life is a flow, and your brain must keep up across multiple sentences. So we need linking comprehension, understanding the connection between ideas, because even if you miss a word, you can still understand the story if you follow the logic. Let's do a short story style listening practice. Read it slowly out loud and imagine the scene. This morning, I woke up late. I grabbed my phone and checked the time. I rushed to get ready. I skipped breakfast and I ran out the door. On the way, I realized I forgot my keys, so I went back. Then I was late for work, but it was okay. My manager was also late. Now, read it again, but faster, more natural. This morning, I woke up late. I checked the time. I rushed. I skipped breakfast. I ran out. Then I realized I forgot my keys, so I went back. I ended up late, but it was fine. Now, the listening skill here is not perfect words. The skill is sequence, first, then, so, because, and, but if you catch these connectors, you can follow the chain, and your brain feels safe because it knows where the story is going. Let's do a connector practice paragraph. First, I need to finish this, then I'll call you. If I have time, I'll stop by. But if I'm too tired, I'll go straight home. Either way, I'll message you. Repeat slowly. First, then, if, but. Either way. Now say the full paragraph again. First, I need to finish this. Then I'll call you. If I have time, I'll stop by. But if I'm too tired, I'll go straight home. Either way, I'll message you. Now let's discuss another real reason. Native speakers use phrasal verbs and informal expressions constantly. And many learners know the base verb, but not the combined meaning. So they get confused. For example, pick up, drop off, run into, figure out, head out, hang out, catch up, check out, turn in, turn out. These appear in daily conversations all the time. We will practice them in a daily life paragraph exercise. You repeat each sentence after me. I'm gonna head out soon. Can you pick me up at 7? I ran into an old friend today. I can't figure out this problem. Do you want to hang out this weekend? Let's catch up later. You should check out that new cafe. Now repeat again. A little faster. I'm gonna head out soon. Can you pick me up at 7? I ran into an old friend today. I can't figure out this problem. Now we add a listening tip. When you hear something you don't fully understand, don't panic. Listen for the base verb and listen for the situation. If someone says, I'll pick you up, you may not know pick up. But if you are talking about going somewhere together, you can guess it means come to get you. Context is your best friend. Let's practice guessing from context with a realistic scene. Imagine your friend says, I can drop you off after work. Even if you don't know sheer drop off, you can guess after work, transportation. So it means take you somewhere and leave you there. Now repeat. I can drop you off after work. Again, I can drop you off after work. Now make your own version. Can you drop me off at the station? Repeat. Can you drop me off at the station? Now we go to a very important area. Fast questions. Native speakers ask questions quickly, and questions are often reduced more than statements. That's why you can understand slow English statements, but you miss questions in real life. Because questions can become very small sounds. Here are some common reduced questions. Do you becomes dia? Did you becomes dija? Are you becomes are ya? Have you becomes have ya? What do you becomes what ya? How do you becomes how ya? And you need to recognize these patterns because questions control the conversation. If you miss the question, you don't know what to answer. Let's do focused question shadowing. Repeat slowly. Do you want to come? Natural. Do you want to come? Repeat. Do you want to come? Slow. Are you ready? Natural. Are you ready? Repeat. Are you ready? Slow. What do you want? Natural. What do you want? Repeat. What do you want? Slow. How do you know? Kern. Natural. How do you know? So repeat. How do you know? Now, a daily life mini conversation using these questions. Imagine you are with a friend. They say, are you ready? You respond, yeah, just give me a minute. They say, "What do you want to do first?" You respond, "Let's grab food." They say, "Do you want to eat here or take it to go?" You respond, "Let's take it to go." Now repeat slowly like practice. Are you ready? Yeah, just give me a minute. What do you want to do first? Let's grab food. Do you want to eat here or take it to go? Let's take it to go. Now say it again more naturally. Are you ready? Yeah, just give me a minute. What do you want to do first? Let's grab food. Do you want to eat here or to go? To go. Excellent. Another problem is numbers and time. Many learners understand general conversation but get lost when native speakers say times, dates, addresses, prices, phone numbers, and directions because these require precise listening, and native speakers often say them fast. For example, "It's 7:30" can sound like "See 7:30." $20 can sound like $20. 50 can sound like 50 in very casual speech. This is where you need special practice. Let's do a numbers practice paragraph. Repeat each sentence slowly. It's 7:30, Juez. The total is $20, 50 Rs. My apartment is 305. The meeting is on the 15th. Call me at 9. Now, natural spoken style. It's 7:30. Totals 2050. It's 3:05. It's on the 15th. Call me around 9. Repeat. Call me around 9. Now directions practice. Native speakers often shorten directions. Go straight. Turn left. It's right there. It's just up the street. It's around your corner and they may speak quickly while walking. So let's practice a realistic direction scene. Excuse me, is there a bank near here? Yeah, it's just up the street. Take a left at the light. It'll be on your right. Now repeat slowly. It's just up the street. Take a left at the light. It'll be on your right. Again. It'll be on your right. Now natural. It's just up the street. Left at the light. It'll be on your right. Now, an important listening mindset. You do not need to understand everything to respond politely. You can use confirmation phrases. These are phrases that help you check meaning without stopping the conversation. And native speakers use them all the time. Here are some confirmation phrases, and you will repeat them. So you mean, just to make sure. Let me see if I got that. Are you saying that? Did you mean? Now repeat in a daily life context. So you mean we're meeting at 7? Just to make sure, it's tomorrow, right? Let me see if I got that. You want me to call you later? Say them again, calm and slow. So, you mean, just to make sure. Let me see if I got that. Now we build a longer daily life listening practice paragraph that includes fast speech elements. Read it, then repeat it, then try to say it naturally. Hey, are you free later? I'm gonna swing by the store. I need to pick up a few things. Then I might stop by your place, but only if you're home. If not, no worries. I'll just head out and do it tomorrow. Now simplified meaning. Are you free later? I will go shopping. Maybe I will come to your place. If you are home, repeat the simplified meaning. Then repeat the natural paragraph again. This trains your brain to map natural speech to meaning. Let's do one more focused shadowing drill. And this one is very powerful. I will give you one sentence. We will repeat it many times, and each time you will get more comfortable. Sentence. What are you up to? Slow. What are you up to? Natural. What ya up to? Do. Repeat. What ya up to? Again. What ya up to? Now answer it. Not much. Just working. Repeat. Not much. Just working. Another answer. I'm just heading home. Repeat. I'm just heading home. Now put it together. What ya up to? Not much. Just working. Again. What ya up to? I'm just heading home. Now remember, understanding native speakers is a training plan, not a talent test. The more you repeat the same patterns, the faster your brain recognizes them. In the next section of our full script, we will train common short responses and reaction, language that native speakers use constantly. Because even if you understand the main sentence, these small responses can confuse you. And once you master them, you will feel conversations become smoother and more predictable. A big turning point in listening happens when you stop trying to understand English like a test and you start understanding it like real life. Real life conversations are full of short reactions, quick confirmations, tiny emotional words, and little sounds that do not appear in textbooks. Native speakers use these every few seconds. And if you don't recognize them, the conversation feels confusing, even when the main message is simple. So in this section, we train reaction language. And we train it in daily life scenes with repeat after me practice. So your ears start to recognize these small pieces automatically. Many learners expect full sentences, but native speakers often answer with just 2 or 3 words. Sure, exactly, not really, maybe, probably, I guess, fair enough, that works, no problem, sounds good, I'm down, I'm not sure, it depends, I mean, right, yeah, uh-huh, mm-hmm. And these reactions can sound very different depending on tone. Your ears must learn them as complete meaning units. Let's practice these reactions slowly. You repeat after me and try to feel the meaning. Sounds good? Repeat. Sounds good. That works? Repeat. That works. Fair enough. Repeat. Fair enough. It depends. Repeat. It depends. I guess. Repeat. I guess. No problem. Repeat. No problem. Now say them again with a little more natural rhythm. Sounds good. That works. Fair enough. It depends. I guess. No problem. Good. Now we put them into daily life mini conversations. Imagine someone asks you, "Do you want to meet at 6?" You answer, "Sounds good." Repeat. Sounds good. Imagine they ask, "Can you send it today?" You answer, "That works." Repeat. That works. Imagine they say, "I can't come tonight." You answer, "No problem." Repeat. No problem. Imagine they say, "I think we should leave earlier." You answer, Fair enough. Repeat. Fair enough. Now, here is the listening part. When native speakers say these quickly, they may reduce them even more. Sounds good can sound like sounds good. No problem can sound like no prob. I don't know can sound like I don't know. Kind of can sound like kinda. So we will train the common reduced sounds too. Repeat, no prob. No prob. Now full. No problem. Now short again. No prob. Repeat. No prob. Next. I don't know. Repeat. I don't know. Full. I don't know. Now short. I don't know. Repeat. I don't know. Another confusing area is softening. Native speakers often soften their sentences to sound polite, casual, or friendly. They don't say things in a hard, direct way. They use phrases like kinda, a bit, maybe. I was wondering if, do you mind? Would you be able to, if you could? And when learners hear these, they sometimes focus on the soft phrases and miss the main request. But the main meaning is usually simple. So, we train you to catch the request inside the softness. Here is a daily life example. I was wondering if you could help me for a second. The request is, help me. The softening is, I was wondering if you could. Now repeat slowly. I was wondering if you could help me for a second. Now simplify. Can you help me? Repeat. Can you help me? Now natural again. I was wondering if you could help me for a sec. Repeat. For a sec. For a sec. Good. Another example. Do you mind if I open the window? The request is, open the window. Now repeat. Do you mind if I open the window? Simplify. Can I open the window? Let's repeat. Can I open the window? It's now natural. Do you mind if I open the window? Repeat. Do you mind if I open the window? Now we practice soft answers too. Because in real life, people don't always say yes or no clearly. They say, sure. Yeah, go ahead. I don't think so. Not right now. Maybe later. I'm not sure. I'll see. Let me think. I'll let you know. I'll get back to you. These answers can confuse learners because they are indirect. So we train them as meaning chunks. Repeat these answers slowly. Yeah, go ahead. Not right now. Maybe later. I'll see. Let me think. I'll let you know. I'll get back to you. Now imagine the situation and repeat again. Someone asks, can you talk? You answer, not right now. Someone asks, can I sit here? You answer, yeah, go ahead. Someone asks, are you coming? You answer, maybe later. Now let's talk about a very common listening problem. Idiomatic everyday phrases. These are phrases that do not mean exactly what the words mean. And native speakers use them constantly, like I'm good, meaning no thank you, or I'm good, meaning I'm okay. Is, or that's on me, meaning my fault, or I'm down, meaning I agree, I want to, or I'm up for it, meaning I want to do it. If you translate word by word, you get confused. Let's practice the most common ones in daily life context. Imagine a waiter. I'm good, thanks. Now imagine a friend asks, do you want to go out tonight? You say, I'm down. Repeat. I'm down. Now, imagine someone asks, "Do you want to join us?" You say, "Yeah, I'm up for it." Repeat. I'm up for it. Now imagine you made a mistake. You say, "That's on me." Repeat. That's on me. Now, a listening tip. When you hear a phrase like, "I'm good, look at the situation, coffee offer," that means no more, or feeling question, that means I'm okay. Context tells you which meaning is correct. Another major challenge is that native speakers rarely say names and nouns again and again. They use pronouns and short references: it, that, this, they, them, stuff, things, one, ones, and learners sometimes get lost because they don't know what it refers to. But you can train this skill by listening for the topic first and then tracking references. Let's practice topic tracking in a simple scene. Imagine two people are talking about a movie. Did you watch it? Yeah, I watched it. Last night. Was it good? It was okay, but it was kind of long. Here, it means the movie. Now repeat slowly. Did you watch it? Yeah, I watched it last night. Was it good? It was okay, but it was kind of long. Now a different topic. Talking about a package. Did it arrive? "Mm, yeah, it came this morning." "Where is it?" "It's on the table." Here, it means the package. Now repeat. Did it arrive? Yeah, it came this morning. "Where is it?" "Kerwee." It's on the table. Now we go to fast agreement and disagreement. Native speakers often agree quickly with small words. Yeah, right, totally, exactly, mm, for sure, mm, absolutely, 100%, no doubt, and disagree softly. "I'm not sure about that." "Maybe, but I don't know." "I mean, not really." "Kinda, but not really." Learners sometimes misunderstand disagreement because it is indirect. So we will train these patterns. Repeat slowly. For sure. Absolutely. Exactly. Totally. Now, soft disagreement. "I'm not sure about that." Repeat. "I'm not sure about that." "Maybe, but Yvette." Repeat. Sarime. "Maybe, but not really." Repeat. "Not really." Kinda, but not really. Repeat. "Kinda, but not really." Now, daily life mini dialogue. "Do you think it'll rain?" "Maybe, but not really." Repeat. "Maybe, but not really." Another. "Are you free tomorrow?" "I'm not sure about that. I might be busy." Repeat. "I might be busy." Another. "Did you like the food?" Reset. "Not really." "It was okay." Repeat. "Not really. It was okay." Now, another tricky area. Natives use short questions and tag questions, right? "You know?" "Yeah?" "Okay?" "Isn't it?" "Don't you?" These are not always real questions. Sometimes they are just checking connection. Learners often stop and think, do I answer? You can answer with a simple yeah or a nod, but the main point is to recognize them so you don't freeze. Repeat, right? You know? Okay? Yeah? Now, in sentences. "It's pretty busy today, right?" Repeat, right? You're coming later? Yeah? Repeat. Yeah? We'll meet at the front, okay? Repeat. Ash. Okay? Good. Now, we train the most important skill of all, hearing the key words in real time. When you listen, don't chase every small word. Listen for the key words that carry meaning, usually nouns, verbs, numbers, places, times, and adjectives like meeting, tomorrow, 7, train station, busy, late, cancel, pick you up. Those are key words. Your brain should grab them like handles. Let's practice keyword listening with a daily life paragraph. Hey, I'm running late. Traffic is crazy. Can we meet at 7 instead of 6 at the cafe near the station? Now, keywords late, traffic, meet, 7 instead of 6, cafe, station. If you catch only these, you understand the plan. Now, repeat slowly. I'm running late. Can we meet at 7 at the cafe near the station? Now you respond using keywords too. You say, okay, 7, cafe near the station. Got it. Repeat. Got it. Got it. Now we do a longer role play practice in paragraph form, and you repeat the responses aloud. Imagine your friend messages you, hey, are you still coming? We're already here. You respond, yeah, sorry, I'm running late. I'll be there in about 10 minutes. Friend, okay, no worries. You respond, thanks, save me a seat. Now, repeat slowly. I'll be there in about 10 minutes. Save me a seat. Now say the full role play again, more natural. Hey, are you still coming? Yeah, I'm running a little late. I'll be there in about 10. No worries. Thanks. Save me a seat. As you practice these reaction phrases, softeners, and keyword listening, you will notice something. Conversations start to feel more predictable, and when they feel predictable, they feel slower because your brain is not surprised anymore. In the next section of our full script, we will train common daily life topics where native speech gets fast, like ordering food, talking on the phone, small talk at work, and we will practice full conversations with reductions and natural rhythm so you can build real understanding in real situations. Now we move into the places where learners most often lose native speakers in real life. Phone calls, quick small talk, ordering food, errands, and casual planning. These situations feel hard because native speakers speak fast, or they assume shared context, and they use very predictable patterns that you might not have practiced enough. The good news is that predictable patterns are exactly what we want, because when something is predictable, you can train it. And once you train it, it becomes automatic. So in this section, we will do daily life scene training with natural reductions, rhythm, and repeat after me practice inside paragraphs. Stay relaxed, keep going, and let your ears learn the shapes of real speech. Let's start with phone English. Phone calls are difficult because you cannot see the person's face. You cannot read lips. You cannot see gestures. And audio quality may be poor. Plus, native speakers often answer the phone with very reduced phrases, not full sentences. They might say, Hey, what's up? Hey, you got a sec? Yo, what's going on? Hi, this is Sam. Hello? And learners sometimes freeze right at the beginning. So we will train phone openings and phone closings until they feel normals. Repeat after me, slowly. Hello? Repeat. Hello? Now more natural. Hey. Repeat. Hey. Now, hey, what's up? Repeat. Hey, what's up? Now a bit reduced. Hey, what's up? Can sound like, hey, what's up? Repeat. Hey, what's up? Now, you got a sec? Repeat. You got a sec? Reduced. You got a sec? Repeat. You got a sec? Good. Now phone responses. There's if someone says, hey, what's up? You don't need a big answer. You can use a short reaction. Not much. What's up with you? Or, hey, I'm just working. What's going on? Now repeat slowly. Not much. What's up with you? Now natural. Not much. What's up with you? Again, a bit reduced. Not much. What's up with you? Repeat. Let's agree. What's up with you? Good. Now let's practice a full phone mini conversation in one paragraph, like shadowing. Imagine your friend calls, hey, you got a sec? You answer, yeah, what's up? Friend, I'm gonna be a little late. Traffic's crazy. You answer, okay, no worries. About how long? Friend, maybe 10 minutes. You answer, cool, I'll wait. Now, repeat slowly, line by line. I'm going to be a little late. Traffic is crazy. About how long? I'll wait. Now say the full conversation again, more naturally. Hey, you got a sec? Yeah, what's up? I'm gonna be a little late. Traffic's crazy. No worries. About how long? Hours. Maybe 10? Cool. I'll wait. Now, phone clarification. This is very important. When you don't hear something clearly on the phone, native speakers use quick phrases. Sorry, that. Say that again. That's none. Could you repeat that? I didn't catch that. You're breaking up. Can you speak up a bit? Learners sometimes feel shy to ask, but asking is normal, and it actually helps the conversation continue smoothly. Repeat. Sorry, can you say that again? Repeat. I didn't catch that. Repeat. You're breaking up. Repeat. Can you speak a little slower? Now shorter versions. Sorry. One more time. What was that? Repeat them. Sorry. One more time. What was that? Good. Now we move to work small talk. This is one of the most confusing areas because it is fast, casual, and full of short responses. People do not speak in perfect sentences at work when they are busy. They say things like, how's it going? You good? Long day, huh? Crazy morning. Can't believe it's already Friday. And these sentences are not about information. They are about connection. Learners often try to answer too seriously, but small talk responses should be short and relaxed. Let's practice common small talk questions and natural answers. Repeat after me. How's it going? Answer. Pretty good. You? Repeat. Pretty good. You? Question. You good? Answer. Yeah, I'm good. Repeat. Yeah, I'm good. Question. Long day, huh? Answer. Yeah, it's been a lot. Repeat. It's been a lot. Hmm. Question. Busy today? Hmm. Answer. Super busy. Repeat. Super busy. Now we reduce them to natural speech sounds. How's it going? Can sound like how's it going? Repeat. How's it going? Since pretty good can sound like pretty good but fast. Pretty good. Repeat. Pretty good. You good? Can sound like you good or ya good. Repeat. Ya good? It's been a lot can sound like it's been a lot but fast. Repeat. It's been a lot. A sentence. Now a daily work. Small talk paragraph for shadowing. Hey, how's it going? Pretty good. You? Can't complain. Busy morning. Yeah, same. I've been running around. Well, good luck. Thanks, you too. Now repeat slowly. Busy morning. I've been running around. Good luck. You too. Then repeat the full paragraph again, naturally. Now we move to ordering food. Ordering food is hard because staff speak quickly, they use set phrases, and there is background noise. But ordering food is also one of the most predictable conversations in English, which means you can master it with practice. We will train the common patterns and the common reduced questions, like for here or to go. Anything else? What can I get ya? You want that combo? Do you want a bag? That's it? Can I get your name? These can sound very fast, so we practice them until your brain recognizes them instantly. Repeat slowly. What can I get for you? Now natural. What can I get ya? Repeat. Get ya. For here or to go. Repeat. For here or to go. Now reduced. For here or to go. Repeat. To go. Anything else? Repeat. Anything else? Now natural fast. Anything else? Repeat. Anything else? That's it? Repeat. That's it? Now a full ordering scene in one paragraph. Cashier. Hi. What can I get ya? You. Can I get a chicken sandwich, please? Cashier. For here or to go? You. To go, please. Cashier. Anything else? You? Yeah, a small fries. Cashier. Drink? You want? Just water. Cashier. All right, that'll be $12.50. You. Here you go. Now repeat the key line slowly. What can I get you? To go, please. Anything else? That'll be $12.50. Now repeat the full scene again more naturally. What can I get ya? For here or to go? Anything else? That'll be $12.50. Now we practice a second food scene. Coffee shop. Barista. Hey, how's it going? What can I get started for you? You. Hi, can I get a medium latte? Barista. Hot or iced? You. Hot, please. Barista. Any flavor? You. No, thanks. Barista. Name? You. Julia. Barista. All right, Julia. That'll be $5.20. You. Thank you. Now repeat slowly. Hot or iced? Name? That'll be $5.20. Then repeat naturally. Hot or iced? Name 520. Now, another daily life area. Errands and quick service conversations like pharmacy, bank, post office, store returns. These are hard because the staff uses routine phrases and they may speak quickly because they say the same thing all day. But again, that means the phrases are predictable, so we can train them. And once you train them, you'll feel much more confident. Let's practice store return language. Repeat after me. Hi, I'd like to return this. Repeat. I'd like to return this. Staff might ask, do you have the receipt? Orderings. Repeat. Do you have the receipt? Reduced? True. Do you have the receipt? Chris. Repeat. Do you have the receipt? Staff, Grant, what's the reason for the return? Repeat. The reason, you answer. It doesn't fit. Repeat. It doesn't fit. Add this, or come. It's damaged. Dancing, repeat. It's damaged. Or, I changed my mind. And, repeat. I changed my mind. Now a full return scene. Staff, hi, how can I help you? You, hi, I'd like to return this. Staff, okay, do you have the receipt? You, yeah, here it is. Staff, and what's the reason? You, it doesn't fit. Staff, no problem. I can put it back on your card. You, great, thanks. Repeat slowly. I can put it back on your card. Now, natural. I can put it back on your card. Now we practice daily plans conversations. Planning with friends is a place where native speakers use a lot of reductions and casual phrases. Wanna, who's, do gonna. Kinda. Might, what's out? Should we? Maiku? Let's just sipna. I'm down, which works for me. And it can feel like a blur. So we train the most common patterns for making plans. Repeat slowly. Do you want to hang out later? Natural. Do you want to hang out later? Repeat. Hang out later. What time works for you? Repeat. Works for you. Nem. I'm free around 7. Repeat. Around 7. Let's just keep it simple. Repeat. Keep it simple. I might be a little late. Repeat. A little late. Now, a full planning paragraph. Hey, do you want to hang out later? Yeah, I'm down. Cool. What time works for you? I'm free around 7. Perfect. Let's meet at that cafe. Sounds good. I might be a little late though. No worries, just text me. Now repeat slowly. What time works for you? I'm free around 7. Just text me. Then repeat the full planning paragraph again, naturally. Now, an important listening technique for noisy places. When there is noise, your brain gets tired faster. So you need anchor words. Anchor words are the words that never change in a predictable conversation, like in ordering food, for here or to go. In the cafe, hot or iced. In planning, what time? In phone calls? You got a sec? When you know the anchors, your brain can guess the rest even if you miss some sound. So your practice goal is to memorize anchors as sound, patterns. Let's do anchor drilling. You repeat these anchor questions. For here or to go. Hot or iced? Anything else? What time works for you? You got a sec? Do you have the receipt? Now say them again faster, more natural. For here or to go? Hot or iced? Anything else? What time works for you? You got a sec? Do you have the receipt? Excellent. As you train these daily life scenes, you're building a library of real native speech patterns. And once you have that library, understanding becomes much easier because your brain starts predicting, and prediction makes listening feel slow. In the next section of our full script, we will focus on the biggest listening trap, the moment you miss one word and your brain freezes. We will train strategies to recover instantly, stay in the conversation, and ask smart questions without feeling embarrassed. At some point, every listener has the same scary moment. You're listening, you're following, and then one word disappears. And your brain grabs that missing word like a problem it must solve. You think, what did they say? And while you're thinking, the speaker continues. Now you miss two more sentences, and suddenly you feel like you understand nothing. This is not because your English is weak. It is because your brain is doing the wrong job at the wrong time. It is trying to solve the past instead of listening to the present. So in this section, we train the most important survival skill in real listening: recovery, how to stay calm, how to keep going, and how to repair communication politely without embarrassment. First, I want you to accept one truth. In real life, you will miss things sometimes. Even native speakers miss things. In a noisy restaurant, on a bad phone connection, when someone speaks while walking away, when a person mumbles, when two people talk at once, missing something is normal. The only difference is this: confident listeners recover fast. They do not panic, they do not freeze. They keep the conversation alive, and you can learn that skill. The recovery skill has 3 steps. Step 1 is mental. Relax, stop the panic loop, because panic makes your hearing worse. Step 2 is strategic. Choose the best recovery tool for the situation. Step 3 is practical. Use a short phrase and continue. We will practice all 3 slowly with daily life examples. And I want you to repeat the phrases out loud so they become automatic in your mouth. Because in real life, you won't have time to think of the phrase. It must come naturally. Let's train the mental reset first. When you feel lost, do this inside your body. Soften your face, relax your jaw, breathe out slowly, and tell yourself one simple sentence. I can stay with the conversation. Repeat, I can stay with the conversation. Again, I can stay with the conversation. Now, another helpful sentence. I don't need every word. Repeat, I don't need every word. Again, I don't need every word. These sentences are not motivation. They are instructions for your brain. They tell your brain to stop chasing perfection. Now, the strategic step. There are different kinds of not understanding. Sometimes you didn't hear the sound. Sometimes you heard it, but you don't know the word. Sometimes you understood the words, but you don't understand the meaning. And sometimes you understood the meaning, but you're not sure. Each case needs a different response. If you always say, "What?" it can sound rude or uncomfortable. So we will practice polite, natural options that fit each situation. If you didn't hear the sound clearly, you can say, "Sorry, I didn't catch that." Repeat, "I didn't catch that." You can also say, "Could you say that again?" Repeat, "Could you say that again?" And a very natural short option. "Sorry, one more time." Repeat, just say, "One more time." Now make it softer. "Sorry, one more time." If you heard the sounds but you don't know the word, you can say, "Sorry, what does that mean?" Repeat, "What does that mean?" You can also say, "What does that word mean?" Repeat, "What does that word mean?" Or, "What do you mean by that?" Repeat, "What do you mean by that?" These are powerful because they keep the conversation friendly. You show interest, not panic. If you understood the words but you're not sure about the meaning, you can confirm. "So you mean?" Repeat. "So you mean?" Just to make sure. Repeat. Just to make sure. "Let me see if I got that right." Repeat. "Let me see if I got that right." These phrases are extremely common in natural English, and they give you control of the conversation without feeling weak. Now, we do a real daily life recovery scene. Imagine your coworker speaks fast. "Hey, can you loop me in on that email thread?" Maybe you don't know "loop me in." You can recover without panic. You say, "Sorry, what do you mean by loop me in?" Repeat, "What do you mean by loop me in?" Then they explain, "Just include me in the email." You say, "Oh, got it. Sure." Repeat, "Oh, got it. Sure." Notice the flow. You didn't freeze. You asked. You learned. You continued. Now a hearing problem scene. You're at a cafe and the barista speaks quickly. You hear something like whip or no whip, and you don't catch it. You recover. "Sorry, could you say that again?" Barista repeats. You understand. You answer. "No whip, please." Now practice this in one paragraph. Barista, whip or no whip? You, "Sorry, could you say that again?" Barista, "Whipped cream or no?" You, "No whip, please." Repeat the key phrases. "Could you say it again?" "No whip, please." Now, we train the most important recovery habit, staying in the conversation even when you miss details. You do this by listening for three anchors: the topic, the action, and the time. If you catch those, you can respond. Even if you missed small words, let's practice with a realistic sentence. "Yeah, I might swing by tomorrow afternoon if I'm done early." Topic, visiting, action, coming, time. Tomorrow afternoon, you can respond, "Okay, tomorrow afternoon works." Or you can clarify, "Tomorrow afternoon, around what time?" Repeat, "Around what time?" Repeat, "Tomorrow afternoon works." Mm. Here is a daily life practice paragraph. I want you to read it slowly and try to catch the anchors. "Hey, I'm going to run to the store in a bit. Do you need anything?" Anchors. Store. Going soon. Need anything? You respond. "Yeah. Can you grab some milk?" Repeat. "Can you grab some milk?" Now natural. "Can you grab some milk?" Good. Now another. "I'm stuck in traffic. I'll be there in like 15." Anchors, traffic, arrive in 15. You respond. Okay, no worries. Repeat. No worries. Now we go to repair questions. These are short questions you can use to recover fast without stopping everything. Very common ones are when, where, which one, how much, who, what time, today or tomorrow. These are simple, but they save you because often you understood most of the sentence, you just missed one detail. So instead of asking them to repeat the whole thing, you ask for the missing piece. That sounds natural and confident. Let's practice repair questions in daily life contexts. Imagine someone says, "Let's meet at the mall near the station." You missed the time. You ask, "What time?" Repeat, "What time?" Imagine they say, "I left it on the table in the kitchen." You missed which table? You ask, "On which table?" Repeat, "Which table?" Imagine they say, "It costs 25." You miss the currency or item. You ask, 25? For what? Repeat, "For what?" Imagine they say, "I'll send it to you later." You ask, "Later today or tomorrow?" Repeat, "Today or tomorrow?" Er, Now we practice a full repair conversation. Friend, let's meet around 8 at that place we went last time. You, around 8. Okay, which place exactly? Friend, that cafe on Main Street. You, oh, got it. The cafe on Main Street. Now repeat slowly. Which place exactly? The cafe on Main Street. Now say the full conversation again, more naturally. Around 8? Okay. Which place? That cafe on Main Street. Oh, got it. Now let's train another key recovery technique. Paraphrasing back. This is when you repeat the meaning in your own words to confirm. It helps listening and speaking at the same time. And native speakers love it because it shows you're engaged. Example, someone says, "Can you send me the file before lunch?" You paraphrase, "Sure, you want it before lunch." Or, "Okay, I'll send it this morning." This is simple, but it is powerful because it confirms understanding and prevents mistakes. Repeat these paraphrase starters. So you want me to... mm. So we're meeting at... no. So you mean... so the plan is... now practice. Someone says, "Can you call me when you're free?" You respond, "Sure. So you want me to call you when I'm free?" Repeat. So you want me to call you when I'm free? Now a bit more natural. Okay, I'll call you when I'm free. Now we work on the emotional side again. Because many learners can understand more than they think, but they don't trust themselves. They hear a sentence, they understand 70%, but they don't respond because they want 100%, and the conversation moves on. So we must train good enough confidence, the ability to respond with partial understanding and adjust if needed. This is real communication, and it is a skill. Here is a confidence practice paragraph. Read it and repeat. If I understand most of the message, I can respond. I can check details with a simple question. I can ask for repetition politely. I can stay calm. I can keep listening. Now say it again. Slower. I can respond. I can check details. I can ask politely. I can keep listening. Now let's do a longer daily life scene where you practice recovery multiple times. Imagine you're on the phone with a service person. Hi, I'm calling about my order. I think there's an issue. They answer quickly. Okay, can I get your order number? You respond, Sure, it's 48329. They say, And can you confirm the address? You didn't catch the last part clearly. You recover. Sorry, can you repeat that? They repeat. You answer, Yes, it's 15 River Street. They say, Okay, we'll reship it. You should get it in 2 to 3 business days. You confirm, So I'll get it in 2 to 3 business days, right? They say, Exactly. You say, Great, thanks. Now repeat the key recovery lines. Sorry, can you repeat that? So I'll get it in 2 to 3 business days, right? Great, thanks. As you practice recovery, something important will happen. You will stop fearing fast English because even if you miss something, you know what to do. And when fear goes down, understanding goes up because your brain stays open and calm. In the next section of our full lesson, we will train one more deep listening skill, recognizing common conversation scripts. The predictable way people speak in certain situations, like greetings, complaining, making excuses, apologizing, asking favors. When you learn these scripts, native speech becomes easier because you already know what is likely to come next. One of the fastest ways to understand native speakers is to learn what I call conversation scripts. A conversation script is a predictable pattern people use in a specific situation. For example, apologizing, making excuses, complaining, asking for a favor, inviting someone, refusing politely. These situations happen every day. And native speakers don't invent new language each time. They reuse the same patterns. Once you learn the patterns, your brain can predict what will come next. And prediction makes listening easier because you are not decoding from zero. You are recognizing a familiar script. Think about it like this. If you watch a movie and you know the genre, you can predict the story. A romantic movie has certain scenes. A mystery has certain scenes. Conversations are the same. A complaint conversation has certain phrases. An apology conversation has certain phrases. And when you know those phrases, you can catch them even when they are reduced and fast. So in this section, we will train the most common conversation scripts with daily life examples and shadowing practice, and you will repeat them until they feel natural in your ears and in your mouth. Let's start with apologies. Native speakers apologize constantly, even for small things. Sorry, my bad. Oops, I didn't mean to. That's on me. Sorry about that. And the response is often soft too. No, worries. It's all good, Suru. No big deal. Don't worry about it. Learners often understand sorry, but they don't understand through responses, or they don't recognize casual apology forms like my bad, so we practice both sides. Repeat after me, slowly. Sorry about that. Repeat. Sorry about that. Now more casual. My bad. Repeat. My bad. Oops, my bad. Repeat. Oops, my bad. That's on me. Repeat. That's on me. Now responses. No worries. Repeat. No worries. It's all good. Repeat, it's all good. No big deal. Repeat, no big deal. Don't worry about it. Repeat, don't worry about it. Now, a daily life apology script. Imagine you're walking and you bump into someone. You say, "Oh, sorry about that." They say, "No worries." You say, "Have a good one." Now repeat slowly. "Oh, sorry about that." No worries. Have a good one. Now say it more naturally. "Oh, sorry about that." No worries. Have a good one. Another apology script. You are late to meet a friend. You say, "Sorry, I'm late. Traffic was crazy." Friend responds, "It's all good." You say, "Thanks for waiting." Repeat, "Thanks for waiting." Now natural. "Thanks for waiting." Repeat, "Thanks for waiting." Now let's train excuses. An excuse is simply a reason, and native speakers often use soft excuse language. I had to, I got caught up. Something came up. I totally forgot. I didn't realize. I ran out of time, Peru. I've been swamped. It slipped my mind. These phrases are extremely common, and they can sound very fast, so we will practice them as sound chunks. Repeat. Something came up. Repeat. Something came up. Now more natural. Something came up. Repeat. Something came up. I got caught up. Repeat. I got caught up. I've been swamped. Repeat. I've been swamped. It slipped my mind. Repeat. It slipped my mind. I totally forgot. Repeat. I totally forgot. Now an excuse script in daily life. Coworker. Hey, did you send that email? You. Not yet. Sorry, I got caught up. I'll send it in a few minutes. Coworker. Okay. Now repeat the key part. I got caught up. I'll send it in a few minutes. Now say it naturally. Sorry, Augustus. I got caught up. It's like, I'll send it in a few. Repeat ours. In a few. Good. Listen. Another excuse script. Mbu. Friend. Did you see my message? You. Oh no. Sorry. It slipped my mind. Friend. It's okay. Repeat. It slipped my mind. Again. It slipped my mind. Now, we move to invitations. Invitations are very common and very predictable. Native speakers invite with casual language. Wanna? Do you want to? You down to? You wanna come? Feel like? We're thinking of. If you're free. And refusals are often indirect and polite. I wish I could. I'd love to, but I can't tonight. Maybe another time. I'm kind of busy. I've got a lot going on. Learners often struggle because they expect direct yes or no. But invitations are social. All right, people soften them. Let's practice invitation phrases. Repeat. Do you want to come? Up. Natural? Do you want to come? Repeat. Do you want to come? You want to grab coffee? Repeat. You want to grab coffee? Are you free this weekend? Repeat. Are you free this weekend? We're thinking of going out later. Repeat. We're thinking of going out later. Now, refusal phrases. Repeat slowly. I'd love to, but I can't. Repeat. I'd love to, but I can't. I wish I could. Repeat, I wish I could. Maybe another time. Repeat, maybe another time. I'm kind of busy tonight. Repeat, I'm kind of busy tonight. Now, a full invitation script. Friend, hey, you want to grab coffee later? You, yeah, I'm down. Friend, cool, around 5? You? Sounds good. Now repeat, I'm down. Sounds good. Now a refusal version. Friend, you want to grab coffee later? You, I'd love to, but I can't today. Maybe another time. Friend, no worries. You, thanks for asking. Repeat the key lines. Maybe another time. Thanks for asking. Now, we train complaints. Complaints are common in daily life, but they are often soft, not aggressive. People complain about traffic, weather, service, delays, prices, noise, and they use predictable phrases. I can't believe. This is ridiculous. It's so annoying. I'm so tired of. It takes forever. It's always. Why is it? And the listener responds with empathy. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. That's the worst. You, seriously, I hear you. That sucks. Learners sometimes don't understand these empathy responses because they are casual and emotional. So we train both sides. Repeat complaint starters. I can't believe this. Repeat, I can't believe this. It's so annoying. Repeat, it's so annoying. This is ridiculous. Repeat, this is ridiculous. It takes forever. Repeat, it takes forever. Now empathy responses, tell me about it. Repeat, tell me about it. That's the worst. Repeat, that's the worst. Seriously, repeat. Seriously, I hear you. Repeat, I hear you. That sucks. Repeat, that sucks. Now, a daily life complaint script. Person A. Ugh, traffic is so bad today. It's taking forever. Person B. Tell me about it. It's the worst. Person A. I can't believe I left early and I'm still late. Person B. Seriously, that sucks. Now repeat slowly. Traffic is so bad today. It's taking forever. Tell me about it. That sucks. Now say the full script again more naturally. Ugh, traffic's so bad. It's taken forever. Tell me about it. Worst. I can't believe it. Seriously, that sucks. Now we train asking for favors. This is a huge daily life script. Native speakers often ask favors indirectly. Do you mind? Could you? Would you be able to can you do me a quick favor? And the responses are also predictable. Sure. Yeah, no problem. Of course. I can. I can't right now. Give me a second. One who's. Let me check. We will practice it with realistic situation because favors are everywhere. At work, at home, with friends. Repeat favor openers. Can you do repeat? Cover for me. Could you send me that file? Repeat, send me that file. Now responses. Sure, no problem. Repeat, sure, no problem. Yeah, give me a sec. Repeat, give me a sec. let me check. Repeat, let me check. I can't right now, sorry. Repeat, I can't right now. Now a full favor script. Coworker, hey, can you do me a quick favor? You, sure, what's up? Coworker, can you cover for me for 10 minutes? At said time? Yeah, no problem. Now repeat. Can you cover for me? Yeah, no problem. Now, a refusal version, coworker. Can you cover for me? You, I can't right now. Sorry, I'm in the middle of something. Repeat. I'm in the middle of something. Now we train permission scripts. Asking permission is also predictable. Is it okay if? Do you mind if? Can I? Would it be okay to? And answers. Sure. Go ahead, sir. Yeah, that's fine. I'd rather you didn't. Not right now. Maybe later. Learners often miss the phrase, go ahead or that's fine, because it's fast. So we train it. Repeat. Do you mind if I sit here? Response. Go ahead. Repeat. Go ahead. Is it okay if I leave a bit early? Response. Yeah, that's fine. Repeat. That's fine. Now, soft refusal. I'd rather you didn't. Repeat. I'd rather you didn't. Now we put all scripts together in one realistic daily life flow, and you shadow it like a story. Hey, sorry I'm late. Something came up. No worries. Do you want to grab something to eat? I'd love to, but I can't today. Maybe another time. All good. By the way, can you do me a quick favor? Can you send me that address? Sure. Give me a sec. Thanks. Now, repeat the key pieces. Something came up. Maybe another time. Do me a quick favor. Give me a sec. Then repeat the full flow again naturally. When these scripts become familiar, native speech stops feeling random. You begin to recognize the shape of the conversation. And even if you miss a word, you can predict what it likely was, because the script is familiar. In the next section of our full lesson, we will train one more deep layer. The way native speakers shorten stories, use vague words like stuff and things and jump between ideas. You will learn how to follow the main thread and not get lost in the messy parts of real conversation. Real native English is not always neat. People don't always speak in clean sentences with clear details. They speak in a messy human way. They tell half stories, they change direction, they use vague words like stuff, things, something, a bit, kind of, whatever, and all that. They use little sounds like, like, you know, I mean, and they jump between ideas because they assume you are following. This is one of the biggest reasons learners feel lost. Not because the grammar is advanced, but because the conversation feels unorganized. So in this section, we train how to follow the main thread when native speech becomes messy, vague, and story-like. First, let's talk about vague words. Native speakers use vague words when the exact detail is not important, or when they don't remember the detail, or when they want to speak fast. Common vague words are stuff, things, something, someone, somewhere, a bunch of, a couple of, a bit, kind of, sort of. And learners sometimes stop because they want the exact word, but the speaker is not giving exact words. They are giving general meaning. So your job is to take the general meaning and keep going. Let's practice hearing vague words without freezing. Repeat after me. I have some stuff to do. Repeat. Some stuff. I have a couple of things to take care of. So repeat. A couple of things. I need to talk to someone. Repeat. Someone. I'm going somewhere after work. Repeat. Somewhere. Now say them again, faster and more natural. I got some stuff to do. I got a couple things to take care of. I gotta talk to someone. I'm going somewhere after work. Now we put vague words into daily life scenes. Imagine your friend says, "Sorry, I can't hang out tonight. I've got some stuff going on." You don't need to know the exact stuff. The meaning is, I'm busy. You can respond. No worries. Hope everything's okay. Repeat. Hope everything's okay. Now repeat the whole exchange. I've got some stuff going on. No worries. Hope everything's okay. Another scene. Coworker says, "Can you send me those things we talked about?" You might not remember exactly, but you can recover. Sure. Do you mean the files from yesterday? Repeat. Do you mean the files from yesterday? This keeps the conversation moving without panic. Now, let's talk about story listening. Native speakers often tell stories with extra details. They add side comments, they add emotion, they add little jokes, and learners try to understand every detail. But you don't need every detail. You need the skeleton of the story. The skeleton is simple. What happened? Where? When? And the result. If you can catch those, you will understand the story even if you miss some words. Here is a short story. Read it slowly and listen for the skeleton. So yesterday, I was on my way to work, and my car wouldn't start. I tried a couple of times. Nothing. So I called a friend. He came over, and it turned out the battery was dead. I ended up being late, but at least it got fixed. Skeleton, yesterday, on the way to work, car wouldn't start. Battery dead. Late. Fixed. Now repeat the skeleton in your own words. Yesterday, my car didn't start. The battery was dead. I was late, but it got fixed. Repeat that again. Slowly. I was late, but it got fixed. Now we train common story words that signal structure. Native speakers use these constantly. So, anyway, then, and then, all of a sudden, at first, basically, long story short, in the end, turns out, these words are like road signs. They tell you where the story is going. If you learn these, you can follow the direction even when you miss some details. Repeat after me. So, then, and then. But it's serious. At first, all of a sudden, basically, turns out, in the end, long story short, now put them into mini lines. So I went to the store, then I saw my friend. At first, I was confused. All of a sudden, it started raining. Turns out, I had the wrong day. In the end, It was fine. Repeat these lines slowly and feel how they guide your listening. Now we practice a longer, messy style story that sounds like real native speech, and you will practice catching the main thread. So I was gonna go to the gym, right? But then my friend texted me, and he was like, "Hey, are you free?" And I'm like, "Kinda." And then we ended up grabbing food instead. And honestly, it was nice because I've been stressed. And anyway, after that, I went home and just crashed. The story includes a lot of small, casual pieces. Right. Was gonna, he was like, I'm like, it's in, kinda, ended up, honestly. Anyway, hurts. Just crashed. The main thread is simple. Planned gym, friend texted, got food, went home. Now repeat the main thread in one calm sentence. I planned to go to the gym, but I got food with a friend instead, and then I went home. Repeat. I planned to go, but instead, then good. Now let's train two very common phrases that confuse learners. He was like and I'm like. In stories, native speakers use these to introduce what someone said or how they reacted. It does not always mean leak as a verb. It's more like he said or I said or I thought. If you don't know this, stories become confusing. Repeat. He was like, no way. Repeat. He was like, now. I'm like, are you serious? Repeat. I'm like, now replace like with meaning. He was like equals he said. I'm like equals I said or I thought. Practice. He was like, no way. He said, no way. I'm like, are you serious? I said, are you serious? Now we train topic shifting. Native speakers shift topics quickly and they use signals anyway. By the way, Ritzis said, so yeah, speaking of that, that reminds me. Oh, and Arbuzasurukin. If you don't recognize these, you may think the person is still talking about the same thing, but they changed the topic. So we practice these signals. Repeat. By the way. Repeat. That reminds me. Repeat. Anyway. Repeat. Speaking of that. Or now, in sentences, by the way, did you see my message? That reminds me, I need to call my mom. Anyway, what time are we meeting? Speaking of that, I have a question. Now a daily life conversation with topic shifts. Yeah, work was crazy today. Tons of meetings. Anyway, are we still on for tonight? You respond. Yeah, we're still on. Speaker continues. Oh, by the way, can you bring that charger? You respond. Sure, no problem. Repeat slowly. Anyway, are we still on for tonight? By the way, can you bring that charger? Now say the full conversation again naturally. Work was crazy. Anyway, we still on? Oh, by the way, bring that charger? Sure. Now we focus on filler words. Uh, like. You know? I mean, kind of. These are not the main meaning. They are rhythm tools. They give the speaker time to think. They soften opinions. They connect with the listener. Learners often waste energy trying to translate these, but you don't need to translate them. You only need to recognize that they are fillers and keep listening for the real content. Here is a practice paragraph. Read it and ignore the fillers. I mean, I was kind of tired, so I didn't really want to go out. Like, I just wanted to stay in. The meaning is simple. I was tired, so I stayed home. Now repeat the full sentence with fillers, then repeat the simple meaning. This trains your brain to filter noise and keep the message. Now, a very important real-life listening trick. When someone speaks fast and uses vague words, do not chase exact details. Instead, ask yourself, what is the point? In most conversations, the speaker has one point. They are explaining a problem, sharing a plan, giving an opinion, telling a story, asking for help. If you catch the point, you can respond well, and then you can ask for one missing detail if needed. Let's practice. Catch the point with 3 short, messy sentences. Sentence 1. So, yeah, I'm probably going to be a bit late. Stuff came up. Point. Late. Now you respond. Okay, about how late? Repeat. About how late? Sentence 2. I don't know. It just feels kinda off. Point. Something feels wrong. You respond. What feels off? Repeat. What feels off? Sentence 3. Anyway, let's just do it tomorrow. It'll be easier. Point. Change plan to tomorrow. You respond. Sure. Tomorrow works. Repeat. Tomorrow works. Now, we build a longer daily life story where you practice catching the point and then asking one repair question. So, I went to pick up my order and they were like, "Oh, we don't have it." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And turns out they sent it to the wrong address. So now I have to wait again. It's so annoying. Point, order problem, wrong address, waiting again. You respond, that's the worst. Did they say when it'll arrive? Repeat. Did they say when it'll arrive? Now repeat the response again. That's the worst. When will it arrive? Now we practice vague agreement. Native speakers sometimes agree in a vague way. Yeah, kinda. Sort of. Pretty much. More or less. Not exactly. And learners may not understand these shades of meaning. So we train them with examples. Repeat. Pretty much. Repeat. More or less. Repeat. Not exactly. Now in context, did you finish it? Pretty much. Are you ready? More or less. Is it the same one? Not exactly. As you learn to handle vague words, fillers, stories, and topic shifts, your listening becomes more flexible. You stop needing perfect clarity, and you start understanding real human speech the way it is, messy but meaningful. In the final section of our full lesson, we will bring everything together. You will do longer listening and speaking practice paragraphs. You will practice shadowing with natural speed. And you will learn a simple daily training plan that makes native speech feel clearer, week by week. Keep going. You are building a real listening brain. Now you have the tools. You understand why native speakers are hard to catch. Not because you are bad at English, but because real speech is connected, reduced, fast, emotional, and sometimes messy. And your ears need training for that exact reality. So in this final section, we put everything together into longer listening and speaking practice that feels like real daily life. You will shadow, you will respond, you will recover when you miss something, and you will train your brain to stay calm and keep moving. Remember, the goal is progress, not perfection. You don't need to understand every word. You need to understand enough to continue, and then you learn the rest step by step. First, we do a warm-up drill that trains your ear for reductions and rhythm. Read each line slowly, then read it naturally. What ya up to? Not much. Just workin'. You trying to grab food later? Yeah, I'm down. Cool. What time works for you? Maybe around 7. Sounds good. Just text me. Now say them again a little faster. What you up to? Not much. You trying to grab food later? I'm down. What time works? Around 7. Text me. If you feel your mouth is tight, relax your jaw. If you feel nervous, breathe out and do it again. Because the power is in repetition. Now we do a longer daily life scene, and I want you to practice it in 3 rounds. Round 1, read slowly and clearly. Round 2, read with more natural rhythm. Round 3, cover the text and try to speak from memory. Here is the scene. Hey, sorry, I'm calling out of nowhere. You got a sec? Yeah. What's up? So, I'm running late. Traffic's crazy. I'm gonna be there in about 15. Okay, no worries. Do you want me to grab anything while I'm waiting? Actually, yeah. Can you pick up some water? Sure, no problem. See you soon. Now repeat the key chunks. Calling out of nowhere. You got a sec? Running late. In about 15. No worries. Pick up some water. Say the full scene again naturally. Hey, sorry, I'm calling out of nowhere. You got a sec? Yeah. Loose up? Traffic's crazy. I'll be there in about 15. No worries. Want me to grab anything? Yeah. Can you pick up some water? Sure. Now we train the most important listening habit, recovery, because even in this scene, you might miss a word. So we add recovery lines. Imagine the speaker says something fast and you don't catch it. You respond. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Can you say it again? Or, wait, did you say 15 or 50? Or, just to make sure, you'll be here in about 15, right? Repeat those recovery lines slowly. I didn't catch that. Did you say 15 or 50? Just to make sure. Now say them again naturally. I didn't catch that. 15 or 50? Just to make sure. You said 15, right? These lines turn confusion into smooth communication, and when you feel safe, your listening gets stronger. Now, let's do a very common, messy, native-style story. You will practice catching the point. So basically, I went to the store, right? And I thought it would be quick. But the line was so long, and then the card machine wasn't working, and people were getting annoyed. And I'm like, seriously? Anyway, I ended up leaving and just going somewhere else. The point is, store was slow. Problems. Left. Went elsewhere. Now repeat the point in one simple sentence. I went to the store, but it was too slow, so I left and went somewhere else. Repeat it again. I left and went somewhere else. Now practice a natural response. Oh, wow, that's annoying. Or, yeah, that happens. Or, did you end up getting what you needed? Repeat. Did you end up getting what you needed? Now we practice a work small talk script with a topic shift, because this is where many learners get lost. Hey, how's it going? Pretty good, just busy. Yeah, same. Tons of stuff today. Tell me about it. Anyway, quick question. Did you send that file? Not yet. Sorry, I got caught up. I'll send it in a few. Cool. Thanks. Now, repeat the anchors. How's it going? Mm, pretty good. Mm. Anyway, quick question. Mm, I got caught up, send in a few. Now, read it again naturally, like real speech. Hey, how's it going? Pretty good, just busy. Same, tons of stuff. Tell me about it. Anyway, quick question. Did you send that file? Not yet. Got caught up. I'll send it in a few. Cool. Now we do a food ordering script, because this is one of the easiest places to build confidence quickly, and confidence helps listening everywhere. Hi, what can I get ya? Can I get a medium latte, please? Hot or iced? Hot, please. Any flavor? No thanks. Name? Julia. All right, Julia, that'll be 520. Here you go. Thanks. Have a good one. Now repeat just the staff questions. What can I get ya? Hot or iced? Any flavor? Name and your answers. A medium latte. One. Hot, please. No thanks. Julia. Do it again until it feels automatic, because automatic speech creates automatic listening. Your brain learns the pattern and expects the next line. Now, we do a listening and speaking workout paragraph. And this is powerful for daily training. You will read one sentence, pause, repeat, then respond with your own line. Ready? I'm going to head out in a minute. Pause, repeat. I'm going to head out in a minute. Your response. Okay, see you later. Next. Do you want to grab something to eat? Repeat. Do you want to grab something to eat? Your response? Yeah, I'm down. Next. I might be a little late. Something came up. Repeat. Something came up. Your response. No worries. Just text me. Next. I didn't catch that. Can you say it again? Wichui. Repeat. Can you say it again? Trikipin. Your response. Sure, I said I'll be there at 7. When you do this daily, your brain learns to move quickly between listening and speaking, and that is exactly what real conversation requires. Now I want to give you a simple daily plan that fits into real life. No complicated rules, just steady practice. Choose one short conversation script, like ordering coffee, making plans, apologizing, or work small talk. Listen and shadow it for 5 minutes. Then do reduction drill for 3 minutes, like did you to dija, what are you to what che, going to gonna. Then do recovery drill for 2 minutes, where you practice, I didn't catch that, one more time, just to make sure. And if you have time, add 1 minute of free speaking Describing your day in simple English. Today, I woke up. I worked. I went out. I talked to someone. This routine is short, but if you do it consistently, your listening will change. Here's a daily life speaking paragraph you can use anytime, and I want you to read it slowly, then naturally. Today was pretty normal. I woke up a bit tired. I got ready and handled a couple of things. Then I went out for some errands. It was kinda busy, but it was fine. Later, I talked to a friend and made a simple plan for the evening. Now I'm back home, and I'm just gonna relax. Now read it again and change a few details to match your own day. Today was busy. Today was stressful. Today was fun. And keep going. This builds fluency, and fluency supports listening because your brain gets faster in English. Now we do one final long role play that includes everything: reductions, reactions, vague words, a small story, a topic, shift, and recovery. Read it slowly first. Hey, how's it going? Pretty good. Just a little tired. Yeah, same. I've got a lot going on. Tell me about it. Anyway, are we still on for tonight? I think so. But I might be a bit late. Something came up. No worries. About how late? Probably 15, maybe 20. Okay, just text me. And by the way, can you bring that charger? Sure. No problem. Oh, and one more thing. I ran into Sam today. Oh, really? How is he? He's good. He was like, we should catch up. So yeah. Nice. That sounds good. Now read it again naturally. And if you miss something, use a recovery line. Sorry, what was that? Then continue, because that is the real skill. As you keep practicing, you will notice a shift. At first, native speech feels like one long sound. Then slowly your brain starts hearing chunks. You got a sec? No worries. I gotcha. In a bit. Kinda busy. Turns out, in the end. And once you hear chunks, you understand faster. And when you understand faster, you feel calmer. And when you feel calmer, you understand even more. It becomes a positive cycle. The only requirement is consistency. Small practice, repeated often. That is how your ears change. Before we finish, I want you to do one last confidence check. Say this out loud. Native speakers are not too fast. My ears are just training. Again, my ears are training. And one more. I can keep going even when I miss a word, because that is the truth. You do not need perfection to communicate. You need a calm brain, a recovery plan, and repeated exposure to real spoken patterns. If you keep practicing with me step by step, you will understand more and more of real native English. And one day you will notice something simple but powerful. You will stop translating. You will stop panicking. And you will start understanding naturally, like it's just normal life. Keep going. I'm here with you.